Oh my goodness. I've just been talking to myself for like the last 3 minutes. I forgot to push confirmation on go live. That's embarrassing. I was here, I was talking about Hodges' big penalty. I was like, why is nobody commenting on that penalty? It was massive. Bloody hell. Oh, that's a first. Talking about Seinfeld and George Costanza napping under the desk when you guys were talking about your naps and not mum lacking a nap. Bloody hell. Anyway, how are you people? Whoa, what a bullet pass from Holland. Just sitting there talking to yourself like the rest of us. Yeah. I wonder how long that could have possibly gone on. That was a good 2 minutes. I was late. I was just at the kickoff. I was 17 seconds in by the time I thought I had gone live. How do you watch this game in the UK? Matt, I believe you can watch it for free, can't you? World Rugby, I think. Evening, Elaran, mate. Ellen, things are good. How are you guys doing? Everybody's lacking naps, including me. Maybe I should have taken a nap if I don't even know how to push the button that says go live. Yeah, I think so, Ribsy. I'm pretty sure it's free on World Rugby. 5 minutes in. Late, nice food. Yeah, bro, I was late. Michael, it's 9:50 p.m. where I am, but I think it's about 3 hours. No, it must be 2 hours different over in Australia, so it's not quite as late. Fleshing Man, how's it going? Doesn't seem to be working on the World Rugby website. This is coming soon. No way. Grant, man, how's it going? Whoa. Knocked it on. Mark Dunphy, man, I have been meaning to send you an email for what seems like an age. Somewhere on this mess of a desk I have, it's got a task list, and one of the things is email Mark. Bro, how are you doing? Michael, I don't really mind, man. I wouldn't mind seeing the Force get another win because they've only had the one. Yeah, if I had to pick. But I don't really mind. Any legit way to watch this? Kira, man, depends where you are based. Depends where you are based. For Europe, though, it's supposed to be free on World Rugby's website. Getting late for the Kiwis now, kickoff wise, that daylight savings ended. Yes. Yes, it's almost 10 o'clock by the time it kicks off, man. Back on the computer. Alad, mate, I need to look for a tally, eh? I can't. Oh, you can't even see it. It's too small. I can't do that. I'm going to have a look for some tallies tomorrow, eh? Although I realize I'm getting old because I look at all the different types of new TVs and I have no idea what's going on. QLED, OLED, those look expensive. 4K, everything seems to be 4K. It's all nonsense. Not well, but sorry about your job. Oh, Mark, man, I volunteered for it, bro. I can't complain too much. It was maybe jumping before pushed. Are you still in the States, man, Mark? I can't imagine you've gone back to Ireland yet. Alaran, mate, I'm at 7:40 on the clock right now. 7:40. And yes, Mark, bro, I moved. I moved house a while back. I know you've been in the wars, so That's why I've been meaning to email you to ask you how you've been doing. I've been bloody hectic, to be fair. But anyway, in the desert, I rely on dodgy streams for these games, says Grant. That's why you're always behind. Ellen, mate, the TV phone. Thank you, brother. Someone with a better education about televisions needs to tell me what's the deal. I can get a no-brand TV, which doesn't have any of the fancy stuff like the QLED, the OLED, and very few smart TV functions. But you can get a fancy as one with all the other stuff, but it's going to cost you like 3 times as much. What do I do? Big cheap one? Medium fancy one? I don't know. I did have a look at some TVs very briefly the other day, and they had 2 of the TVs up against each other. One was like a fancy as one, and one was a pretty ordinary one, and the difference was pretty drastic. But how much stuff actually uses that fancy stuff? I don't know. But thank you, Alabama. I got sidetracked. Thank you, bro. I'm going to have a look tomorrow. We'll see what's in stock. You still have a CRT TV, Nov mum. So does my mum, actually. She's still got an old one. You're a YouTuber, just YouTube, good TVs. Yeah, I suppose I should, man. I suppose I should. Think about the Crusaders' loss to the Highlanders, Ewan, mate. They'll bounce back. I pity the Hurricanes this week. I'm at 9:40 in this game, by the way. Big scrum penalty for the Force there. That's a big one. They needed that one. Still in Seattle, nearly 3 a.m. here. Won't be home for months. Man, market just keeps getting delayed, eh? Are you going to watch Leinster and Exeter, though? Are you going to watch that in Seattle? That's going to be a massive game this weekend, as John has just alluded to. Don't have to do anything research these days, just let someone else do it. True. No brand with decent picture, but get a sound bar. Allard, it just so happens I have a sound bar. So I don't mind getting a TV with crap sound because I have a sound bar. I won a sound bar. Yeah, you got to have a smart TV for your new business. Do you reckon? OLED compared to the norm is insane. You'll never go back. GK, I think the one I was looking at the store when I walked by must have been an OLED one because it was like, I looked at the cheap one and I was like, man, it's nice. I looked at that one and I was like, holy shit. And then I looked back at that one. I was like, that's awful. But if I never look at an OLED TV again, I think I'll be fine. I honestly think I'll be fine. And like, I've got a PlayStation. Like, it's old. I won that as well. Back when I was a horrendous Facebook competition enterer. And that can stream the rugby. It's pretty much all I'll stream, eh? I don't know. Well, cheers, Mark, man. Take care of yourself, brother. But thank you. Yeah, I'll have a look for TVs tomorrow. I can't keep watching on the laptop. That's not good. Well, that's okay. Biggest can't be choosers. Go for a Samsung. They're pretty good at tellies. Okay. If you want smart TV stuff, just get the new Google Chromecast thing. Yes. Grant's only a minute behind. It is 9:55 in New Zealand, mate, so it's getting pretty late. You're right. Game's 11 minutes and 45. I need to stop talking TVs. TV fund, got to get that TV so we get Gaz on the live stream. Yes, that's true. Once I get a TV, he will join me for the live streams. That is true. Thank you, JP, man. Oh, man, YOLO, you as well. Let's get him a TV. All right. Thank you, guys. You guys must be pay week this week, huh? I'm not going to know that feeling for a while, but yeah, thank you, guys. Too kind. Well, I did get my redundancy check this week, so happy days. I'm not going to blow all that on a TV. I saw one TV listed for 50 grand, which is a lot for a TV. It's like some people's yearly salary. Samsung and LG, my go-to Koreans, seem to know what they're doing panel-wise these days. The good ones are particularly good for sports that don't describe what looks good on demo. Right, okay. Have a cinema by the end of this. Exactly right. Yeah, you're right. Have a second house by the end of the stream, bro. That's right. Yeah, exactly right. Ribsy, Jesus. TV, TV, TV. Thank you, man. I promise to go look for a TV tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to get it home and set up for the rugby tomorrow, but that would be the dream. Supposedly, there's all kinds of supply issues with the situation at the moment. But yeah, cheers, Ribsy, man. Oof. Samoa's just kicked the penalty. 6-0, which is, I think, the scoreline I picked on Super Brew. So let's just have it stay exactly like this. I picked Rebels by 6. Remember, whatever you get, the wife has to have. I don't know about that. She basically said to me when I was showing her some cheap ones, like no brand ones, she was like, get a good brand one, but I don't care, it's your decision. And I was like, okay, because I was like, should I just get this one, which is cheap and big, with apparently good picture and bad sound? And she's like, no, but you can if you want to, which sounds like a trap. Sounds like a trap. What did I do at the uni, Lawrence? I was a team leader for the staff call center. So they would field mostly IT-related queries because the uni's got like 5,000 staff. They need an in-house call center to deal with all the nonsense, basically. So, yeah. Exeter or Leinster, who's winning? Oh, Owen, mate. I'm going to go Leinster with the extra week off to give them a bit of extra zip in the final 20, but it would not surprise me one iota if it was Exeter. I think it'll be bloody close. Whew, Alaran, TV and beer. I like the way you think, man. Crack open another Great Northern. I'm on the Great Southern stuff with the old Spates. Thank you, brother. I don't know if I've ever heard you talk about drinking beer before. It's usually the wine, isn't it, mate? Thank you. And Allard is confident. Just get him. Forget I'm moving across the world. Allard, mate, I moved to China when I was 21. So that was a change as well. So if I can do it, you can definitely do it. You're a smarter guy than me. Leinster hopefully will be a tight game, says Mark. Indeed. Martin has awoken. How am I? Martin, man, I'm good. I'm good. You've awoken and it's 10 p.m. here. Oh, bugger. Miotti kicked that penalty, by the way. Let's switch this to Force 3. I feel like all this talk about TVs, I'm missing the game. What can I say? It's exciting to talk about technology. You go full-time on YouTube, what's the career path, Mark? Well, I got paid out for my redundancy, so I will have a cash buffer to sit on, basically. It's kind of, how many months pay would it be? I don't know, like 4 months pay? Maybe a bit more. I haven't actually done the actual calculations, but it's a fair bit of pay to have in one lump sum. So I will use this buffer time to just, try and make extra YouTube videos, try to make extra Patreon stuff. I had a ton of people sign up to Patreon the other day, which was awesome. So that's a lot more stable than YouTube, which is bloody like a roller coaster. So, yeah, man, I'll give it a try. At least I have this window while I've got money in the bank to try it. And if I fall on my ass, then I'm not going to be out on the street. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I reckon I can make some better content. Hey, I don't know. We will see. Like I'm already working on some stuff like during the day. I'm just like compiling all these stats and thinking about video ideas. I made a Lions 15. I haven't recorded it yet, but I've chosen a team. So that's going to come out, hopefully. Hell, that's bloody hell, man. Forgot about the beer fund. It is important, but bro, cheese. Take some beers for yourself. But yes, cheers, man. We're still going to try and get you over here to New Zealand instead of Perth, but we'll see how that goes. Aileron will have you over in Perth doing your radiography work. But yeah, man, good luck with the search. It is pretty daunting moving across the other side of the world, but at least you speak English. My Chinese was pretty terrible when I moved to China, so you will definitely be fine. It'll be like second nature to you. No brains beer though over this side of the world. But cheers, man. Far too kind. That's a hell of a sum. It's a lot of beer. You need new Force jerseys. Oh, the Force need new jerseys. Hollywood, indeed. I like the one I'm wearing. It's really nice. It's better than that one. Roller coaster big time tonight. Aileron, you're right, man. I'll come over speaking Welsh. Oh, they're going to see how that goes. I can't imagine there's a heck of a lot of Welsh speakers on the side of the world, but give it a crack. Salih, man, long time no see, bro. How you doing? You can't be watching much of the Champions Cup this weekend, Rory. Well, I've got Leinster Exeter absolutely locked in. I'm not sure about live because it's on at 4:30 in the morning. But definitely, I will try and see as much as I can. And what I don't see immediately day after, I should be able to see during the week, I reckon. So I plan to watch as much as I can. Why did I go to China instead of Europe? Oh, and my brother went to Europe. I wanted to be different. Salih's been watching League. I won't hold it against you, man. Come on, Corbett. He needs a try. He hasn't had any yet. Villy, bro, how's it going? How is life at the uni? I've still got access to a lot of my stuff, by the way, Villy. I still have access to Service Cloud. Nobody's closed my account. I can still get in and create service requests. I just tried it. Not that I did anything, but just FYI. Salih, mate. No, I haven't got a new job yet. I'm kind of just cruising at the moment. Eh? When I say cruising, I mean working on rugby stuff and dropping kids off, mowing the lawn, clearing the gutters. But yeah, and there's been a lot of people sign up to Patreon, so I've been trying to touch base with all those people to kind of, I don't know, see what they're up to and which teams they follow and all that kind of stuff. Gives me a good idea. MLR, Ribsy, bro. I think I should be able to this week, seeing as I don't have any work to go to. So yeah, Ed, I think it was, sent me the website which you can watch the games. Because Sky, which I'm watching on right now, is a really fantastic online streaming service. It's not too expensive, but you can only watch within 24 hours of broadcast, and then it's done. Like if you missed it within that 24-hour window, it's gone. But that website, what was it? The Rugby Network has got them forever, or at least for now. So yeah, should be able to see it. Hopefully your son goes to sleep soon enough. My kids are already asleep, thankfully. Too busy to reply to your Patreon messages, Aileron? No way. Bro, I reply to Patreon messages like a demon. Are you kidding me? No. No, I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. I actually have the Patreon app on my phone. I don't turn off the notifications. Bro, I sent you the last Patreon message. I replied last. I think. '30th of January. You sent me a message at 7:43. I sent you a message at 7:57. How's that? There we go. You check, Alaron. You check. Anyway, there's a big stoppage here because there's been what looks like a pretty bad head knock. I don't actually see if it was it McGregor. Big stoppage. Oh, well, while we've got the stoppage, why don't we do the trivia question? Let's have a look. This seems to be the who can Google it the fastest quiz. Oh man, that's so blurry, or I've just got bad eyes. Name the owners of. Oh. This is a specific question related to this beer rather than being a sports related one. This is Spates. Every bottle comes with a trivia question. Name the owners of the Dunedin Spates Beer House. That's a bloody specific question. Why would anybody know that? Why would anybody know that? All right, silly man. Take care, bro. Charlie, watch this in Australia. It'll be on Stan Sports. And yeah, Ellard, Spates is the beer associated with the Highlanders. It's from down south. Yeah, basically down south. Next question. It's a very specific question. Name the owners of the Dunedin Spates Ale House. And it's not a company, it's actually two people. Like, yeah, that's a very specific question. Should I just tell you the answer? Because I don't think this is Googleable. This must have been like a perk for opening a beer ale house named Spates, that they would give you one trivia question or something. He's got a good name, the dude, to be fair. His name's Mark. I like it already. I'll have to play it a visit. Mark and Kirsten Scully. Scully. There you go. They own the Dunedin Spates Ale House. Random. Very random. Usually it's sports questions. Every other one's been sports. It's a really long stoppage, by the way, folks, because the injury seems to be pretty bad. Just they're putting him on a stretcher, and yeah, big head knock on hip if you didn't see it. Yeah, it's a really random question. That's Ralston, not McGregor. Yeah, Kahu's going to have to come on. The old Silver Fox. Craig, man, how's it going? It's going good. Very good. How are you, mate? I had to go down and meet my Uber Eats driver. What happened, Ribsy? Ralston got a big old whack to the head when he tried to tackle somebody's hip with his head. Generally not a good idea. So the game's just stopped for that whole time. And the trivia question we had on the Spates cap was a horrendously specific one, not about sports. So, yeah, nobody knew the answer. It's Byron Ralston of him who got the head knock. BW, love the videos. Keep up the good content. Much appreciated, man. YOLO sees a roach in the corner. Good. I'm never going to look at it ever again. Never. Not going to happen. Roach on the door. Good. Hello, Roachy. What do you think, Mark? Brisbane or Canberra this season? Sebastian, I am going to put my head neck out there and just go with Reds. They look the business. I have been a believer in Brad, saying he needs 3 years to get it right, and I think he's got it right. Hell, you guys definitely broke me. Good man, Craig. Watching the match up and backing the force. Someone had to... Well, there's only 3 points in it so far. Only 3 points in it. Well, you guys, JP, Ellard, and others, YOLO highlighted my gullibility with that bug behind me thing. It's not the first time. Yeah. Somebody once tricked me with like a... I can't remember. What did they ask me? Like something that I hated to be called or something. And then as soon as I said it, everyone just in the stream started calling me that. And I was like, I really walked into that one. So, yeah, sometimes I'm pretty dumb, must be said. Rugby stash in the background. Could do a video of favorite stuff. BW, yeah, for sure. I will definitely be doing that at one point. Definitely. I did one years, I want to say years, 18 months ago. So I'll do an updated one at some point. I have been doing them a bit more piecemeal on Patreon, like 10 jerseys by 10 jerseys, but I will do a real fly through one for the channel itself. What if there was one coming for me, YOLO, then I would just get eaten by a cockroach. People's been endlessly giving the Reds grief on forums saying they got so many Fijians. Yeah. There's a lot of Fijians in Aussie rugby, isn't there? Isn't there a pretty big Fijian population? It's not Brisbane and Canberra, it's Queensland and ACT. There you go. Got to do a beard video. Beard video, as in grow a beard? I've got to get below 100 kilos. Can I see the Chiefs making the final? Probably not, Lockie, but it'd be like the Chiefs to suddenly turn things around, wouldn't it? The worst hairdo. I do have that taken down, like on my notes to do. Definitely. Almost dropped my phone on the floor. Top 5 worst beards in rugby. Surely best beards, man. Jake Ball, Sebastian Chabal back in the day. Who else had a good beard? One of the Canadian guys had a really good beard. Top 10 worst haircuts, yeah. Yeah, we wrote down a list. Fakatava was there. Tate McDermott was there. Yeah, there's a few guys. Jake Ball, absolutely. Chiefs are going all the way since Scooter. Well, you did beat my Blues, so that says something. Man, 24 minutes, almost 25 already gone. Many Polynesians play AFL. Is that right? I don't follow AFL at all. I have no idea. Who's top this season? Who's bottom? How's Collingwood doing? How are the Bulldogs doing? How are the Bombers doing? What other teams do I know? The Swans. What other teams do I know? The Dockers? Fremantle? What other teams are there in AFL? There's more teams in Victoria than that. Geelong? Swans top of the ladder at the moment. Interesting. Early days in the AFL, but a lot of upsets. That's good. Oh, you were asking if there are a lot of Polynesians in the AFL. Yeah, I don't know. The Aussies would be a better place to answer that. This game may be won on penalties, Craig. It's looking likely, eh? The Rebels have just won another one, so I think they'll opt for posts here again. Collingwood are 1 and 2 so far. Got dudded last week. Aboriginals more common and bloody excellent. I do remember there was one guy who used to play for the Bombers who was really well regarded, but that's really testing the limits of my AFL knowledge. Very shallow. Looking like an even comp. I think that's why the AFL is partly so popular as well, eh? It's the parity seems to be not too bad, and the draft seems to keep things fairish, right? Samoa's lining up a pretty... No, it's kickable. Shot a goal of those who wouldn't be lining it up. AFL, another footy league. Off the post. Very close. Michael Long, that might have been him. Sounds familiar. We're talking in the 90s here. Michael Long was maybe the Bombers player. Probably. Yeah, it would be 90s. Mid-90s. Not a huge number of Polynesians playing AFL. Well, I know Falau tried it for a while, eh? But supposedly it wasn't that good, from what I understand. Whoa. Big run from Kim, he looked like a high shot, but no advantage. Hodge has knocked it on. Double knock on. Yeah, I think it was Long. Long sounds familiar. Elliot, you're actually ahead of me. Oh, that's so weird, eh? How is it that I'm ahead of you when it's in the other hemisphere? Oh, Katika's just got yellow carded. Oh, no arms tackle. That was dumb. Falau sucked. Okay, that's one way of putting it. They have a lot of one-sided games in AFL. Is AFL kind of a game of momentum where it's hard to stop a team when they get on a roll? I don't know, man. Like, I'm really talking out my backside here because I don't watch it. Well, I would have seen 3 games in my life. And we're going to do Heineken Champions Cup quarterfinal previews with some predictions. Hopefully, man. hopefully tomorrow I can have a crack and see the lineups and whatnot. I'm hoping to. I'm still not sure how many games I'm going to be able to watch. There's 4 on. Some of the times are looking pretty hairy. And it's surprisingly difficult to get information on the games when it's the French teams. And 5 of the 8 teams playing are French. So I might have to rely on the old Google Translate. You have to pause me. I'm too far in front. Sorry, Alaram, mate. I am at 20. I'll tell you when I'm at 29. Oh, bugger. I've just taken the clock off the screen. 29:35. I did live in Adelaide early 90s. The only sport that mattered was AFL. My mate, Craig, he moved from Auckland to be an optometrist in Adelaide, and he said nobody cared about rugby union at all. It was all AFL. Can be a very unique game. 9 games last week. A lot of them felt like watching different sports at times. And so much for Bristol. Nice food indeed. Only important thing is I watched the eventual champs. Leinster, says Joe. Joe, man, how's it going? Bears were shocking and Scarlets were worse. Edinburgh wasn't the best either. Anyway, this is a rugby stream, not an AFL stream, surprisingly. It's a TV, AFL, beer, maybe a bit of rugby stream. I've long thought of a new law when the ball hits the post, the first player to the ball has to touch it with his feet before he can play on, otherwise a scrum to the other team. What? Has to touch it with his feet. That could make for some really hairy moments with guys maybe doing air swings with their feet if they were trying to kick it long. My boys couldn't continue with their love of union. That sounds like a not good one. What happened there? Been on 100-kilometer a day for 20 days and my legs are smashed, but looking good. Looking forward to Lisa doing the business. 100 kilometers a day. Bloody hell, what is wrong with you? Mate, that's incredible. I did almost 5Ks today. That was a light day, admittedly. Oh, like tap it, you mean, Grant? Tap it, or just do they have to touch it with their foot first? It's a bug stream, JP, indeed. By the way, if you're watching the rugby, somehow the Force get a yellow card and suddenly start playing some rugby, they're actually down the Rebels' end for like the first time in this game. There was no union in Adelaide then. Makes sense. Working in a hospital between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. I average 7 miles a day. Yeah, Alan, mate. I think because I've been dropping the kids off recently, this week I haven't had to drive because I'm not in a rush to get to work because, hey, no job. So, I've been walking. I take 2 kids, 1 in each hand, walk up the street, go to my daughter's daycare, drop her off. I don't throw her, but I do take her. Then walk along the street to my son's school. He likes to stop to look for feijoas. If you haven't had a feijoa, it's a fruit. You're missing out. They just bloody drop onto the ground from people's because the trees fruit that much fruit. They're just bloody all over the place. He likes hunting some feijoas. And then drop him at school, and then I bugger off home. And it takes, I only walked the 1 trip today, so it's probably about 5Ks all up. Not quite that much, probably 4 round trip. It's good. Looks like you rugby past your daughter in the daycare. Yeah. Force have kicked a penalty, by the way. So it's 9-6. I'll update the score in a tick. Oh, the Force have just got March 10. Bloody game's all penalties. Craig, you're right. It is a bit of that. It's almost like a final, this one. I can count on one hand how many times I've driven my kids to school this year. My daughter gets a ride with her friend next door. I will drop them by foot every day unless it's raining and pick them up as well. Alan, mate, I believe you can watch it on the World Rugby site. Yeah, Ellen's just hit up the same answer. Lovell Rugby, g'day, mate. How are you doing? Matt Samoa is lining up a kick. This game is what you'd expect from the Rebels versus Force. It's anti-rugby from the Rebels. Force lacking strike weapons. Ribsy, it's kind of going to the script there. I even said in the preview that the previous game between these two teams was kind of forgettable. So, yeah, it may end up being the same. Brumbies, Redstream, JP, lock that one in. I believe I am contractually obligated by the laws of YouTube Rugby to stream that one. That's going to be a cracker. This game's 4 minutes away from halftime. Momentum dies every pen. This game's going to be long, Eldred. I am in agreement. I did spend the first 8 years of their schooling dropping one or both kids off at school. Nov, Mum, that is my existence now. Drop the kids off, come home, do rugby stuff, do housework stuff, which is not too bad because my missus is still doing all the cooking, which I'm ashamed about. I will do some cooking next week, but yeah, I mowed the lawns and dug up part of the garden and chopped down a little tree and cleared the gutters. So I did guy stuff, if that's allowed. Yeah. And rugby stuff, which is not all that guy stuff. Bloody Excel spreadsheets, copying and pasting stats, looking up England's Sam Simmons 2017, 2018 stats to compare how he did years ago. And yeah, the list goes on. JP's in. Good man. Dan, we are at 37-20. 37-20. Live streaming the Chiefs game. Scooter, I believe I shall. I will need to confirm with the missus with that one because that is a children are not yet in bed time, but probably. Where did my passion for the sport come from? Probably my dad, mate. He is a big rugby nut. Big time. Ribsy's going to the game. Good man. Am I streaming Exeter v Leinster? Probably not because it's at 4:30. If it was an hour later, I would probably do it. But 4:30 is a bit tough. I will watch it first thing in the morning, my time, but I probably won't do a live stream for it. Checking in before work. Good man, Declan. Have a good Friday. My Friday is done, dusted. My dad came over today again. Old Gaza. Oh, Joey Powell's just set the game alight with a little sniping run, not something he's known for. Tamua. Kemeny. The Rebels are going through some phases. I don't believe it. Korobidi falls to the ground. He's not going to score a try that way. Didn't realise it was at 4 in the morning. Matt, yeah, for most parts of the world, it's probably not. But for New Zealand, that game's on at like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, I want to, but I'm not going to. Mine always walk to school is only 200 metres away, Flesh. Yeah, my daughter's daycare, to be fair, is about 6 or 7 minutes walk for me. But with her being not even 3, it's like a 15-minute walk. So it's still doable. I got up at 4:40, so can you. But the thing is, Hollywood, if I watch the Rebels and the Brumbies, I will be awake until about midnight. If I went to bed early, I could do it. But because I'm going to watch the Reds and the Brumbies, 4 hours is not going to be enough. I'm still in parenting mode where I can get up to woken children. But yeah, I'm not going to do that to myself. Reese Corabetti flat-footed 2 times, but yeah, he's not been that effective, eh? Rare to see rugby channels on YouTube. Good thing we're here. I think there's a few that pop up and disappear, eh? There's a lot that pop up, but it's hard to get going, eh? And it's a grind when you first start. So, yeah. I used to go days and days and then get one subscriber, and I'll be like, yes, another person subscribed. I'm up to 45. You know what I mean? When you're new, it sucks. So a lot of people start but can't keep it going. But hopefully we get some more out there as well. I reckon Corabetti is the only bloke who runs forwards on the Rebels. Oh, man. Is Rob working on a suntan? I think he's injured, Joe, mate. Yeah, I think he took a knock a few games ago. We haven't seen him for a few weeks. You look like an Altoner. I'll be in bed by your present time. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I tend to sleep around 11 o'clock on a normal day anyway, so it's still not too bad. Jason, who am I tipping? I think I've tipped. Wait, which game are you talking about? There's a lot of games on. Me, G-Man, and Squidge are the best 3. Kind of different channels, eh? But all, I think, add a bit of value, I reckon. Yeah. Half time. That wasn't the most enthralling game, but we'll take it. Craig says this is so boring that he's snoring. That's one way of putting it. Alex, mate. Alex, how is it, bro? Thank you so much for that, man. I'll put that to the TV fund for tomorrow as well. Hopefully, I can get that sorted. Then I can get Gaza over to watch a stream as well. He will be loving it. Thank you, mate. Very kind. Appreciate it. Reds, Brumbies. Reds, mate. I picked the Reds. I'm French, by the way. I learned English with my stream. Good, man. I used to be an English teacher, so sometimes people say my English is relatively clear. That must come from my English teaching days. Craig's right that the match could use a beer to wake it up, and Alex has just kindly donated, so I will get a beer and cheers his kind donation. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Get some more trivia for us, eh? Right. Beer time. I've just dropped the cap. But cheers, Alex, by the way. Thank you again, bro. Appreciate that. The stream saves the crappy games. Yeah, but I mean, I'll admit, JP, like, I will sometimes, I know I know these things can be a real like addiction or time sink, procrastination tool, whatever it is. Like I try not to spend all day on my phone, But if I was watching this game without you guys here, I would probably be like half here and then half there. So yeah. Chur. I never say chur. I feel like I'm not that Kiwi. Right, let's have a look at the halftime stats, and then we'll get. I need to read what's on that bottle cap, If you've ever seen Russell Crowe's explaining New Zealand English, he got chur wrong. Just FYI. Chur. Possession 61-39. Territory 69-31. This is all in favor of the Rebels. Knock-ons is 5-2. Run meters 188-75. So basically, it's all Rebels, folks. Tackling 93%. That's huge to 89%, which is also pretty bloody good. So neither of the team's attacks are doing a whole bunch of good. What can we say? Right. Oh, trivia. Hopefully it's a better question this time. If I can read it. No, that's the same one as before. What do we got? It's a New Zealand rugby question. It's Auckland region specific. What year was the North Harbour Rugby Union formed? North Harbour. Remember, they're one of the teams that make up the Blues, kind of the north of Auckland. They used to be part of Auckland and they splintered off. North Harbour. When were they formed? $1985. Nice food takeaways. Gets that one. Yep. I don't remember it, but I've heard it talked about being like some discontent within the Auckland Rugby Union, which has just flared its ugly head again. But 1985. So not that long ago if you think about it, Yeah. 1985. Gazza needs his own show. Rugby Geek says that wasn't the best half of rugby you've ever seen. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment, mate. The less said about that one, the better. Yeah. I was tempted to get Gazza because Gazza comes. Him and my mum have been coming over every Friday. I don't know what it is. They've been coming over a lot recently. I guess they want to see the grandkids. But yeah, I was thinking, can I get Gazza to do a video? But he likes to have a bit of time. I didn't want to throw him under the bus too quickly. Think of something to do, and I didn't have a topic on the top of my head I wanted him to talk about. So yeah, but what do you guys reckon? What do you see? What do you want to see Gazza talk about if he comes next Friday? Then again, if I've got a TV, he can just stay for a stream, as long as there's a New Zealand game on at 7:30. Not that long, 37 years ago. Exactly, man. Exactly. Not that long at all. I would be too young at 85. Yeah, in 1985, I was still a very young, I would have been a toddler. So I don't remember it, but I do know there was a bit of discontent which led to the split, like I've heard it talked about before. Give us some play-by-play commentary sample for an audition. I think I'd be horrendous at the play-by-play, Yeah. I don't know. I think that's the kind of thing you probably need to practice. Most people start doing it at club rugby, right? If they've got their own, or high school rugby. Have Gazza talk about the current state of the Super Rugby comps. Grant says watching footage of the sheds is more entertaining than what was on the field. All right, let me write down Gazza rugby ideas, Gazza videos. Gazza. Super Rugby current state. I'm sure you could have a yarn about that. Any other ones? What he thought about the Six Nations, I don't think he would have seen much at all, if any. Yeah. Yeah. He would get his Six Nations information from me, really. And not by watching my videos, not at all. Nah. He'll give me a buzz. Want to share my age? I always forget my age, Craig. I think I'm 37. Yeah, I'll be turning 38 this year. So getting on. Getting on, man. What's my favorite thing about Leinster, Owen? Leinster was the first European team whose jersey I was fortunate enough to own. That man, Mark, who was in the stream earlier, he sent me a Leinster jersey and he firmly planted that seed that I should follow Leinster. So he started it. We've had Joe in the stream earlier. Joe also got me in with a bit of Leinster background, sent me a heap of stuff. Not just like, he sent me one jersey, an Ireland one, but also like a bunch of background information, some like clips and stuff. So he's well connected. Yeah, very cool. See Gazza pick a couple of his favorite All Blacks and just wax on about what made them great. I think that would be his forte. He loves talking about the old stuff. I was tempted to ask him like what's one of his favorite games that he's been to and just go on about it, but I didn't want to put him on the spot. Favorite ABs, what he liked, etc. Like no specific topic. Yeah. Oh, Joe, man, you're up for another 100 Ks. Joe says, heading out, have a beer, get up for the Leinster game you know you want to. Oh, man. I think it'll prove too tough, Joe, but, man, if you can do 100 Ks, I will take it under advisement. I'll see if I can crawl out of bed, but we'll see how we go. I will definitely be tired. But, yeah. We'll see. We will see. Good luck, man, though. Do a video where you ask Gaz rugby trivia and see how well he does. You know, once, prior to the days of smartphones and internet on your phone, I know this is hard to think that far back. When I was a university student, I went to a pub quiz and there was a rugby question. And for the life of me, I couldn't remember the answer. So I phone called my dad. I used the phone, my mobile phone, to telephone him on his landline, and he gave me the answer, and it was wrong. So he may not do that well. And I was busted cheating as well. I was absolutely busted by the quiz master. Absolutely. Are you going to do a video, turn the comments off for your lunch video profit? I'll never turn the comments off. Oh, man. Like, honestly, there'll be like 80% good comments, constructive, and then a few who are just like, you didn't pick, I don't know, who's a player? Owen Farrell. Nah, no one's going to defend Owen Farrell. You didn't pick, I don't know, Sam Underhill. You're a tosser, something like that. You want to hear Gaz's best rugby playing memories? He'll tell you about the time he scored 2 tries as a flanker for his school and didn't get picked for the first 15 in a trial game. I guarantee that's what he tells you. Lock it in. Do 100 before he gets away from the missus and the kids. Good man, Joe. Take care, man. My daughter is 37 in November and she's your youngest. Far out, Craig. I imagine it's going to be like the snap of her fingers and I'll feel the same way because my kids are still, like it feels like only yesterday my son was like in nappies and now he's in school. Yeah, so I would imagine it goes pretty quick, eh? 2 cents. If I come to New Zealand, pub quiz, man. Yeah, we'll go. I'm not bad at the pub quizzes. I'm not at like quiz level in that, you know, there's always a couple of teams who like just quiz everywhere and they are very good. Like I'm not that good. I'm smarter than my mates. Maybe I just hung out with dumb guys probably. They're not watching. Sean and Carl, my two best mates, they're not watching. Yeah. Their general knowledge is pretty poor. Skull the beer so you can have another question. I've got another couple. Me and Gazza had a couple of beers with dinner if you want other ones. Scored 2 tries, missed 10 tackles. That's the part he won't tell you. I bet that's the part he won't tell you. Have a look. Through the rubbish. Yep. Oh, Gazza and I had beers earlier. Barry can't wait for the British and Irish Lions tour. You and me both, man. Here's a question from earlier. I haven't read it. I didn't ask Gazza. How old was Daniel Vittori? This is a cricket question. When he made his Test debut. How old was Daniel Vittori? Toulouse's performance in the Heineken Cup, pretty good. What can you say? Alad, you're close, man. You're very close. You're a year off. But the question goes even to the day. He was 18, says JP, but how many days? 18 years and how many days? Let's see if Google answers that one. 18 years old, how many days? Eden Park should be renamed to 2 tries Gazza Park. The teams are about to run out for the second half. Let's hope it's a better one. 23 days. No, Mum, you're close, but it's too many. It's less than 23 days. That narrows it down significantly. Debut. Sorry, it's a Kiwi thing. Debut? 18 days, 15 days, still too big. It's less, 13 days, less. 10, Fleshing got it. Yeah, 18 years and 10 days. There you go. Cricket trivia. Alan got the age and years. Fleshing got the days. Tell me the last one. Hey, it's a rugby question. I don't believe it. Okay. Not cricket. Rugby. Who was the player? No, let me read that again. This is why I wouldn't be a good quizmaster. Who was the ITM Cup Player of the Year in 2011? ITM Cup Player of the Year, 2011. We have kickoff in the second half. Rebels Force. ITM Cup doesn't even exist anymore. It's going to be called the Bunning or something. Dan Carter, nope. Wyatt Crockett, nope. He does go on to play at the Rugby World Cup. He plays the same position as Dan Carter, but it's not Dan Carter. Is my whiteboard okay? It's covered in flags, but it's doing all right. Colin Slade. It's not Colin Slade, but also think All Blacks 10s who got injured at the Rugby World Cup. Donald. It's not Donald. There's only one left. Who's the other one? Aaron Cruden. Tim got it. Yeah, Aaron Cruden. He would have been a youngster, man, in 2011. Yeah, Aaron Cruden. There you go. Yeah, James got it as well. Remember, he came on to the scene and then ended up, skipping Stephen Donald in terms of the All Blacks pecking order. That was quite a year for him. I hadn't remembered that either. I wouldn't have got it. But yeah. Man, Hosea did have a pretty good run at the line there if you're watching the game. He went through Thrush. Thrush got him by the jersey, though. It's a lot of force for nothing at him. Yeah. Let's hope the Force can fire a few shots in the second half. 2011 Player of the Year was Gaza. $2011. Yeah. Would have been in China. Probably didn't even watch the ITM Cup that year, to be fair. Right. Ely's out on the left wing. Gives it to Korobedi. Go, Korobedi. Nope. Nothing doing. It's messy. You're a Tigers fan. How has Olufella been? Bro, I forgot he was playing. The Force have had bugger all ball, so I can't really say. Go far, Musili. The big prop's got a big midfield line break. Yeah, the Force might have had like 30% of the ball in that first half, so God, has he even had any runs? Let me have a look at the stats. Yeah, he's had one run for 2 meters. Yep. First 3 minutes has been the better than the entire first 40. I agree, folks. I agree. I think you would have been rugby age, not your dad in 2011. Good year for Super Rugby, though. Yes. Not so much for my Blues. Wallabies won the Tri-Nations that year. But then the All Blacks won the World Cup, which I did come back to New Zealand for. How the Rebels so damn slow. Yeah, they've just been turned over. Both teams listened to Andrew Merton's advice at halftime. I took the earpiece out. What did Andrew Merton say at halftime? Doing as well as he did for the Tigers then. Oh, man, is it that bad? Is that why he's out on loan? Elof. I do like the Rebels props, man. Fa'a and Elof are fun props to watch. Oh, the Rebels are passing it to grass. Who knew the Rebels could chuck it around? They're chucking it around, but it's still lacking a bit of execution. 2015 was rough. Federico, it's morning in Buenos Aires. What is the score? It is 12-6 to the Rebels, mate. There's a bunch of Argentinian guys playing in this game, as I'm sure you are aware. Cubelli, Miotti, Lozana, Medrano, there's lots. But their team has not had much ball. Who said both teams need to up the tempo? There you go. Am I on the rugby subreddit a lot? Not much, man. I should be. It took me, and it's another sign of my age, it took me quite some time to figure out how Reddit works, which is stupid because it's just like a big message board, isn't it? The karma thing was one thing that had me a bit flummoxed. I had to earn karma for my comments to become visible, but you can only earn karma by making comments. It was a bit... Who would you pick at 9 and 10 for the Wallabies if I was picking right now. Ooh, depends what kind of game you want to play. If you want to play it a bit safer, you go Nick White. If you want to maybe score some tries, you go take McDermott. It wouldn't be stupid to keep the combos together from Super Rugby level, Nick White and Noah Nolasio, but I mean, Nick White can play with Jock as well. But yeah. Why aren't I using the board, Federico? It's over there, bro. I didn't set the computer up to face the right angle today. I just left everything at the desk. Reddit doesn't work at all. That's kind of its charm. It's honestly took me a while to figure it out, Ramsey, man. I kind of get it now. There's some fun stuff there, but when the whiteboard's got a fridge, then I'll start using it. Does the Tasman Cup straight after the Super Comps finish? I believe so, Flesh, and I'm not sure what the gap is like, but yeah, they're going to start this Trans-Tasman one pretty soon after. As long as we can keep the COVID thing under control, happy days. Scrum time. Just remember that's my trademark. Yeah, I know. I can't forget that. Anstey's on for the Force. He is. Yeah, Lee Warner's gone off. Oh, that was almost try time to Lamani, but back for the advantage. O'Connor 10 to Moore 12. Could work. And now I haven't got that whiteboard fridge, mate. Yellow. TV first. Priorities. Like in all the orders of my priority stuff, I've got my composting setup done. Good. I've got, I cleared the gutters. I need to get part of the gutters fixed. I don't think I can do that, but it's too high up because I don't have a ladder. And I got a new lock that's being organized. That's important. So the list of priorities is slowly getting there. Evening, John, man. How is it going, brother? This game has not been the easiest watch, but the second half is better than the first if you've been watching it. So sloppy, says Adam. Yeah, this has not been the best ad for the comp, but neither was these two teams in round whatever it was 2. Rugby should always be top priority. Hence the need for the TV, eh? Yeah, it'll come. It'll come. Working you through that list bit by bit, very nice. Yeah, man, I guess that's like anybody who moves house, right? You move house and you're like, okay, I need to do this. I mean, the gutter cleaning was just a needs must because when it rained, water would just flow over the side of the carport instead of down the drain. That's not good, right? So that one was low enough because it's a carport that a step ladder was okay. I could get in there, and I'm pretty tall, just muck it all out. It's nasty business, though. Bloody hell. Who'd be cleaning gutters? That's a tough job. Yeah. But get it done. Got to get it done. You're at work and just dropped by to say hi. Good man. Hope it's busy. Hope you guys are getting lots of your patrons back at the RSL. Do I have a house or a bungalow? Remind me what's the difference. I think we just call everything a house in New Zealand. Meldy's just kicked a penalty. 12 points to 9. Very busy. Good. I am very pleased to hear it. After so much time when it was not busy and everyone was struggling, it's great to see things showing a bit of normalcy. Bungalow is a one-story house. Well, then I live in a bungalow. Nobody in New Zealand says bungalow. Nobody says bungalow. Everything's just a house. Yeah, I know the word bungalow and of mum. I see bungalow every now and again, maybe used by real estate agents, but I hardly ever see someone say, I live in a bungalow in Henderson. Bungalow is one-story house. A one-story house is 2+. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's definitely a bungalow. I wish I lived in a house. Bungalow. Bungalow all the way. I live in the most bungalow of bungalows. Yeah. Cottage is a small bungalow. Yeah, when I think bungalow, I think like a 2-bedroom thing that a real estate agent's trying to make it sound attractive. But when I think bungalow, I think small. But then again, this is small, so yeah. Do you guys say bungalow in Australia? Deuce bungalow, male gigolo. There you go. Yeah, so I'm guessing every bungalow is a house, but not every house is a bungalow. Is that right? When you say bungalow in this part of the world, you think of a thatched roof holiday hut in Thailand or something. It's an odd word, isn't it? Bungalow. That's right. 2 cents bungalow. How the hell do we end up on these tangents? Yeah. 1-story property, 3 bedrooms. This is the living room. Over there is the dining room. It's connected, so it's all one thing. Kitchen. Yeah. It's not much to it. It's got a carport. I've got a small garden. The garden is next on my hit list, man. I got no job. I need to start growing some food, but it's the wrong season for it. But I need to amend that soil. The soil is very clay. That's why I need the compost. It's all part of my master plan, people. Food scraps, compost into the soil. Soil becomes nice. Then I can grow some food. Grow my food. Either way, it's a house, Kieran. Indeed, I live in a house. A kind of house. A small house. Is there any way to watch this match in Europe, Kian? Yeah, bro, on the World Rugby website, it's for free, so jump on, but you're not missing a lot. The second half has been better. Flesh and don't say it's your fault, man. We get on all kinds of tangents, and it's never a bad thing. You're fixing your house up. You're a good man. Just make sure you stop the cat piss. Allard, that cat. Come on, Korobidi. Korobidi still can't get his first try of the competition. He's 5 meters out. That cat is gone. There's about 4 cats down the driveway. None of them come onto the property. There was one grey one, like a big kitten, like almost not a kitten anymore. The rebels have buggered it up, by the way. And it's gone. I think they must have moved. It's not coming onto the property anymore. Let's go with dwelling. I'm watching on World Rugby on Ireland. Good man. Yeah, Kieran. Yeah, I think it's free, so can't complain about that. Depending on whereabouts you are, you may need to put down lime on the soil to reduce the pH level, otherwise your crops will germinate. Yeah, I don't actually know what the pH level in the soil is like. I guess I'll need to get it tested. I think you can do some home tests with jars. I've been YouTubing the sugar out of that stuff. I'm sitting in bed every night, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" Looks at my phone like, "Not gardening again." It's almost like she wishes it was something more, I don't know, risque, but it's gardening. House is placed on a section at an angle. The front yard is on a slight slope. That must make the gardening interesting. This match is so boring. We're talking about cats and gardening. Indeed. How's Corabini not scored a try? It's almost like one of the wonders of the world that he hasn't scored a try yet. You could do it easily. Yeah, I've seen tests where you get a jar and you put soil in and you shake it up and then you can see stuff. I don't know. Or you like add vinegar or you add baking soda and whatever happens, you can see which way it is. Yeah. News stream going bonkers. Prince Philip has died. Is that right? Oh, the dude was like in his 90s, eh? Oh, that's sad, but yeah. He was in hospital a while back. I saw that in the news here. The Force are going to nick this, aren't they? Adam, they may well do. They're only 3 points behind. You feel like anybody who gets a try is going to get something out of it. Donate for Mark's compost. I'm getting the food scraps and making the compost, man. I am composting like nobody's business. Predicted all Wallabies 23 and All Blacks. Definitely. I think after Super Rugby AU and after Super Rugby Aotearoa, we can have a look at that. Maybe after the Trans-Tasman, we can have a look. Prince Philip is not dead. Okay, then that's not sad news. That's happy news. Sheep or cow manure? Yeah. I could get some sheep pellets. That's true. I need to Google it. Prince Philip. Nothing about him being dead. That's good news. Happy days. Oh, wait, no, on Twitter it is. It is. It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen has announced the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness, the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Oh, man. 99 years old. That's a good innings, man. That's a pretty good innings. 99. Shame he couldn't get to 100, but 99 is still pretty good. That's better than most people get, for sure. Do we get a bank holiday or is that just the Queen? Yeah, I can't see you getting a bank holiday. Dad owns a farm and his job, he tells me, never to get into it. It's boring in school. So. Never get into farming? I guess it's okay if you've just got a small little patch out in your front yard and you've got other stuff to do. Yeah, Jordan actually made a run. I know, right? You should make a British and Irish Lions video. Mate, it's coming. I literally have the team. My laptop is sitting on a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, there is my team. Corabini with the take on the ground on his butt. Amazing on his back. He didn't make it to 100. No letter from his wife. Oh, yeah. I forgot about those letters. I got a dog that is a machine at making compost material. I think I'm okay, bro. I think I'm okay. Alan's from a farm, so maybe you can give me some advice on amending my soil. Other Aaron also picked up on the idea about getting a letter from his missus. When do the real lions get named? I think it's next month, man. Early May. Gats is going to name his side. Speaking of gardening, Yates' gardening book is a great investment. YouTube has got gardening. Man, I should have created a bloody gardening channel, man. There's a bunch of gardening videos. I'm sure gardening is a much bigger market than rugby. I guess it's just not where the passion lies, but still. Yeah, there's heaps of gardening stuff, man. Although, annoyingly, a lot of it's contradictory, which is a bit frustrating. I think a lot of the videos is like, you can do this to do this with your place. But that may not apply to everywhere because everywhere is different, right? Gypsum to break the clay. Yeah, I've heard about that. 2 cents gardening. I know. Start a second channel, 2 cents. 2 cents gardening. 2 cents gardening. I'd need to learn a lot about gardening, to be fair. I know bugger all. Oh, gardening podcast. Now we're cooking with gas. In New Zealand, we have more sheep than humans. We do, although not anywhere as many as we used to. Yeah. Sheep farming's become a lot less profitable. What's funny is if I started a gardening channel and we did a gardening live stream, I'd probably end up talking about rugby. Hard to do a gardening live stream. Nah, man, get in there and dig the soil. Get some horse compost if I like. I don't think my garden's that big enough that I'll need that much, eh? I think my household scraps should help. Plus my mum, because they're going to move eventually, she gave me all of her, like 80 litres of compost, which is only 2 big bags. It doesn't go bugger all. She gave me some sheep pellets and stuff, so I should be all right for a bit, hey? If you did a stream about our random topics, that's when the rugby chat would break out 100%. Agree. Whenever we're not supposed to be talking about rugby, we would talk about the rugby. Quiz night live streams. Again, when I was an English teacher, just before smartphones were becoming a thing, I used to do quizzes for my students, like at the end of term, as a fun little win a prize final class. They're a pain in the ass to prepare. Honestly, quizzes suck in terms of being the quiz master. I wouldn't enjoy that. Horse manure isn't the best unless it's composted to kill the seeds. Novmum kills plants. You can come kill my weeds. I got plenty of those. 62 minutes, and our man Tamua has just slotted a penalty. Now, question, folks, rugby question. We've only got 17 minutes to go. Will we see a try in this match? Oh, and Aileron's just asked the same question. 0% says YOLO. Nope. James predicts a try. Nice Food says a penalty try. JP's not convinced. Good thing is you won't have to use Roundup. Never tell me the odds. Star Wars reference. I see a try because I'm going to watch the Tigers Connacht highlights. Just not on this game. Holy smokes. Matt Samoa just went in for a tackle and came off way worse for wear. Was he fended to the head or did he just get that tackling technique wrong? He's gone down like a ton of bricks. If they go to a wide shot, we'll see if he's still on the ground. Ah, no, he's back up. A try is as likely as a 2-cent stream about gardening. Oof, 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 oof. You sound optimistic. Matt Timur probably needs to have an HIA, to be fair. Bleeding from his nose. Force will score a try, but Rebels will still win. Gonna head off. Thanks for the content. All right, man. James, take care, bro. Lamani takes the mark. If the Force score a try, you have to do a gardening episode. Tries are a COVID restriction in Melbourne. My garden at the moment looks horrendous because it's just a lawn. It's just a lawn, and I've been digging up patches of it, so it's lawn and dirt. That's it. There's that Tamua. He's got blood all around his face, man. He needs to go off. Surely. Might have broken his nose, man. Tackle technically wrong. Yeah, James, it didn't look the best, did it? If a try is scored, I'll toss another $20 reduce in the TV fund. I reckon you'll be safe at this rate, but yeah, never know. Oh, it was face on face, yeah, mate. Face on face. Kyle Godwin's got a harder head. If the Force score, I'll give 20. You guys should be gambling by the sounds of things. Tamua is someone I really sad when he left Tigers. Him and Viana. Viana was good. He was mostly fullback for you guys, eh? I know some Tigers fans criticise them for not being able to tackle. I do remember that. Tamua went down like a dropped cake. I've never heard the expression dropped cake. I'm just thinking he went down like my kids' dinner because they always drop their bloody food all over the floor. Fiji have some structure and better fitness next World Cup. Do you think they'll get out of their group? There's potential. It's always hard for them, but yeah, talent's certainly there. And I agree, Grant. Samoa looked groggy, so I hope he stays off. I'll give 10 if the Force score. I reckon the Rebels are more likely, eh? But they've just won a Rebels line out, the Force, so you never know. Maybe they're going to length of the field. I gamble. I'm just a poor gambler, so I'm better off giving the money to a worthy cause. Interestingly, I kind of milked our local betting agency here for a couple $100 because they did an offer where if you signed up, they would put $20 in your account. So I signed up and got the $20. And then if I didn't gamble for an extended period, they would send me a text to say, hey, we just put $5 on your account. Why don't you have a flutter? So I would use that $5, usually on something that was pretty safe. So then I would get the $5 back. But then they wised up to stop giving you $5. They would give you a bonus bet. And a bonus bet, you only get back the winnings. So they give you $5 bonus bet. If you bet on something safe, you're only going to get like 20, 30 cents back. So you got to take a risk. So return there was a bit lower. But yeah, over the course of like 18 months, 2 years, I made a couple of $100. And then I did the same with my wife's account. So they stopped giving the bonus bets now. Who's your favorite Irish rugby player? Michael. Tough question. Who's my probably Tig Furlong or Tig Byrne. I like the Tigers. Yeah, I quite like the Tigers. Leland, we are at 68-55. The Force have a scrum inside the Rebels' half. They're attacking down the right wing. I was going to say, get your wallets ready, guys, but then 2 phases later, they dropped the bloody ball. So, yeah, not so much. Just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu. I've also heard just because the dog's on a leash doesn't mean he can't bark at the postman. Good choice. Yeah, they're both good players, eh? I think Tig Furlong is not underrated, but Tig Byrne is still somehow underrated. Maybe he's getting there after his performances in the Six Nations, but he's been good for a long time. That being said, Tig Furlong was amazing in 2018 and didn't even get a Player of the Year nomination from World Rugby, but they never nominate props, so I know Sexton won it that year, but Furlong was amazing. The scam is the equivalent of, blue balls. It's not quite happening, is it? Tig Byrne was phenomenal at Scarlets before they sent him back to Ireland. I know, eh? "70 minutes. Miotti is lining up a shot at goal. He should kick this one, really. He's missed it. He shanked it. That's bad. It's a bad miss, that one. He didn't even get close. Booing the kicker. Adam, it's a Southern Hemisphere thing. We all boo the kicker. Well, I don't boo the kicker. I've always thought that just encourages them to want to kick it, but yeah. If the Force win £50, everyone wants the Force to win. I also would like the Force to win. And not because you're offering £50. I said it before the game started. Or at least in the first few minutes because I was bloody late after not pushing go live. But, yeah. We like an underdog. Yeah, I'm the same, Adam. I generally, if I've got nothing invested in the game, I would like to see the underdog get a win. And the Force haven't had any wins except one win over the Tars. So it'd be nice to see them get a win over another team. Go for the corner, you reckon, James? I think if they get another penalty, they might have to because they're running out of time. They're on the 22-metre line. The passing's not the crispest. Miotti had to reach for that one, but they still got the ball. I boo my own team's kickers. Has front rows ever won Player of the Year, James? Only hookers, man. Props don't even get nominated. Every pass is thrown a bit too hard or too high. Yeah, Adam, the passing is not quite there, eh? And it just means they're a little bit too slow. It's not quite crisp. And yeah, the Seagulls are the stars of the show. That's the slowest ball you'll ever see. Tevita Kurandrani plays halfback. Pryor has a good look around before getting the ball out, so it's slow again. 9 phases. Miotti gets it to TK. Does anyone call Tevita Kurandrani TK? In my notes, I always just write him as TK. 7:45 where you are. I'm at 73:30 right now. So am I dropping spoilers? Because you can always pause me if I am. Not that it's mattered during this live stream how little we've talked about the game. Whoa. They're going backwards. 13 phases. They might be going to get turned over here. No. Oh, back for a penalty. Is McCaw the best tackler of all time? Bloody hell. He certainly didn't shy away from a tackle, that man. But I've seen him beaten a few times, so don't know. Best tackler. Brian Lima, maybe, man. Sam Warburton's another good shout, I'll admit. Yeah, for sure. What pitch are they playing on, Michael? You mean the ground? I know it's AME Park or Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. Force are going for the line out. They're not going for the posts. Can they win the line out? Step 1. Nothing to spoil, says Ribsy. It's been that way, hasn't it? Was he taken out in the air? They've got advantage. He was taken out in the air. They're going to have a throw of the dice. What do? Miotti, looping pass. McGregor. Here goes your Olafella. I can't say his name properly. Olafella. Back for the penalty. Oh, what's going on? The game's come alive. This is one of those games where the last 5 minutes will be interesting and you'll remember it as a good game. But most of it wasn't. Josh Kronfeld was a great tackler. That's also true. Underhill isn't the best of all time, but he's a bloody good tackler. Matt, that's a very good call. He's a bone-crunching tackler, isn't he? He's one of those tackles you into next week kind of guys. To be fair, if you look at the dominant tackle stats from the Six Nations, Keith Earls is up there, Mara Itoje is up there, Tom Curry's up there. Who was the top Welsh dominant tackler? I forget. Grandpa in the corner. Old Richard Kahui. How old is he? I think he's younger than me, isn't he? I swear I look younger than Richard Kahui. Line out time. They've gone to the back of the line out. The maul's set. The maul's going over. Come on, Force. Have they scored or are they held up? The ref's on the ground. He's given a try. Unbelievable. Who is it? This is a huge kick. It's Anstey. What a maul try. Anstey. That was brave of them to go back of the line out, eh? The Rebels lifted their front and their middle jumper. Damn. Unbelievable. A thing happens, says Adam. James, Champions Cup watch along. I don't think the time zone is going to suit me for that. But, yeah. Ellen, mate, the Force haven't won it yet. Bro. Man of your word. Unbelievable, isn't it? He's still got to go for the conversion. There's still a point behind. He's got to kick it. He's got to kick it. He's nailed it. 15-14. Man of your word, Ellen. I respect that absolutely. Likewise, YOLO. You said it. And JP, $20 dues. Well done, gentlemen. Props to all three of yous. I will adjust the score now. But as Ribsy said, there's still plenty of time for the Force to lose it. The Rebels to steal it. That'd be a heartbreaking finish for the Force. It's been done to them before. TV fun is looking good. Yes. I'll tell my missus that I have to buy a TV. The JP Ellard YOLO TV. And Adam says, a thing happened. Absolutely. There's a thing that happened in this game. After a lot of things not happening, Adam, a thing happened. Cheers, brother. Appreciate that, man. Shonik, mate. How's it going? 77 minutes of rugby. So 77 minutes of rugby in the last 3 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. Now Craig's stressing. Yeah, it's going to come down to this. What's going to happen? The fat lady's not singing yet. The fat lady. No. She's not on standby for this one. This one's going to be a nail biter. 1 minute to go, guys and girls. Bloody hell. Oh, have they lost it? Did they knock it on there? No? Okay. Maybe off someone's foot. Yeah, it's the JP YOLO Allard Adam TV. It's a long name for a telly. We'll get there. I picked the Rebels as well. Don't give away a penalty, Force. I think you just tackle. I don't know. You don't contest that breakdown unless it's like a golden opportunity. You can't afford to give away anything. Wait for the Rebels to knock it on. There's been a million knock-ons in this game, and suddenly both sides are quite capable of going 20 phases. What's the deal? The time's up. Next era does it. 22 phases. Wilkin gets tackled. It's probably lucky the Force not to give away a penalty there. One of those bodies did not roll away, but he wasn't interfering. Leota, he's a bit isolated. Get over there, Force. Pinch that ball. Turnover's good. The Force are going to win it. Oh, did you not kick it out? Are you shitting me? Come on, man. What the hell just happened? Did you see that? What? How do you muck that up? It was McGregor. Didn't kick it out. What? What the hell happened, McGregor, man? Come on, you had one job. Oh, man. That was that golden opportunity at the breakdown. The Force pounced on it. The ref even said, turnover's good. Game should be over. The drop goal, the pass goes to Hodgie's feet. He can't do anything with that. Jarrell Skelton, he's isolated. McGregor wants to make up for it, but he's just gotten all in that breakdown. He might have given away a penalty here. No. He's doing a do-lane. That's what I was thinking, mate. What's going on? I don't know, man. Reece Hodges in the pocket. He wants it. Boomfa. He has missed that by a mile. Oh my goodness. This is the reason you watch the whole 82 minutes. Oh my goodness. Horror past the Hodge, I know. Bloody hell. What a wild finish is right. What just happened now? I don't know, man. How the hell did McGregor not just kick it into touch? Oh. What a pass from Tuttle above bloody Hodge's head. The one time you need a nice crisp one. They're going to have a look at Reece Hodge being taken out after? Nah. Oh, man. Mark, you fell asleep. 77 minutes of not a lot, Mark. And then, 75 minutes of not much. And then the Force stole it at the death. The end was nuts. Force for the title. What a crazy one. I don't know, eh? I don't know how to feel about this game. Like, the end is a 10 out of 10 for drama, but the rest of it was pretty average, wasn't it? Anyway. Tomo, mate, you joined at the end. It was mental. It was mental in the last 5 minutes. Yep. Okay, folks. All right, guys. Yeah. Cheers for coming along for this one. It was worth sticking around, eh? But yeah. Cheers for the chat, and obviously for the donations, man. You guys have been incredibly generous tonight. I don't know what to say. I'll have a look for a TV tomorrow, man. I'll have a look. Hodge is still looking a bit sore. If you guys are keen, we'll definitely be doing Reds and Brumbies tomorrow. And hopefully the one before at the LCL game. What is that? Chiefs and Islanders. So we'll see. Anyway, take care of yourselves. I'm going to go to bed. It's almost midnight. But yeah. Take care. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. See you later.